Crypto Kids, I just opened a position on Ethereum, and yesterday Carl Moon opened a position on Bitcoin because he thinks the bottom is in. Is that true, Carl?
I think 60K was the bottom. I made a tweet at the exact moment we hit 60K, and I said this is the bottom, and I still believe so. I think now we're at 68K or something.
We're at 69.
Wow. So basically it looks like I was right so far, and I think it's very possible we go to 80K from here.
Well, I want to jump into the price action for Bitcoin and show you exactly what I think also for Ethereum. But first, if you want to follow along with the trades that I do, then make sure to check out the links in the description down below. I opened this position specifically on Levex, so I'll also be opening them on Week. So if you want to sign up, you'll get the best bonuses available when you use our links in the description down below. With that said, let's jump into the price of Ethereum first, and then we'll get into Bitcoin. Sounds like a plan?
Perfect.
All right, guys. So jumping into Ethereum, we can see that right now Ethereum has retested, or actually came down to the level that we spoke about on the CryptoKid channel and on the Moonshow channel that we thought Ethereum would reduce to, because we had this huge head and shoulders pattern. We said that if we lose the $2,800 area or $2,600 area, we're going to see a drop to the support line of this macro ascending continuation pattern at 1.9 to 2K. That's exactly where we are, Carl.
Yeah, that looks super juicy. I think getting in on a trade here is probably amazing, actually.
So what I did was, over on Levex, I jumped into my first initial DCA position over on Ethereum. I just opened a very small DCA trade, which I'm going to scale up. I'm waiting to see a similar reversal candle to what we got back in April of 2025. I will be adding more to this position, and I'll talk about it over on my social charts, my social feed on Levex too. But very small trade. I'm planning on scaling it to at least a couple of $1,000s. So that is the quick update on Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin, Carl, I want you to mention your takes on it, because obviously you think it is the bottom. 60K was the bottom. What do you see on this chart?
Well, yesterday when Bitcoin broke down to 60K here, I made a video and a tweet saying I'm going long, which I did. I opened up a trade. I think my average entry was like 63K. And I think the next big target for Bitcoin now is going to be around 80K for the CME gap. So I think a big bounce is imminent right now.
Well, yeah, we have a CME gap still at $83,500, also at 93K actually, interestingly. We highlighted yesterday on the CryptoKid channel exactly that we would see the bounce at $60,000. In fact, the trend line that I have on that chart is, I had to redraw it by a few dollar difference, but it's literally the exact level we said Bitcoin would bounce from. We got the bounce. If you don't believe me, you can check the video from yesterday. We're currently getting that bounce, and I think the CME gap is an interesting target for us to experience the bounce towards. But I just want to make it very clear that that could have actually been the bottom, because we tested the 200 moving average. We tested the production cost of Bitcoin, which we said could be a level we can come down to. Now, do I think the bearishness in total is over? I don't think so. I think we will continue bearish price action for a couple of months, but I think that was a great DCA entry for Bitcoin for you, and I'm very happy with my DCA entry for
So
Ethereum.
the reason why I opened up such a big position is because of the RSI being lower than I've ever seen it before, ever since, actually it was lower than the COVID crash back in 2020. So isn't that insane? That was
insane.
So of course it has to bounce from here.
Well, I think we can see a relief rally. We're getting a debt cap bounce, but when we talk about the intermediate short term, the intermediate term, still a bit bearish. I think the long term, we're all bullish anyways. But with that said, Carl, thank you so much for jumping on. Guys, make sure to subscribe for daily price analysis and daily content, and I'll see you on a video tomorrow. So as always, take care, and bye-bye.